Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dress to Quest. Tonight, we're going to catch everybody back up from our wonderful adventure out in Mysticon, there in San Diego. As you can see, we lost a member for the evening as he was feeling a little ill after the long weekend and week. But we picked up our guest for the evening. So we're going to find out what more is going on with this new character who seems to be dressed in all green. I don't know what happened. Somehow it happened. I'm going to pull this back just a little bit, see if that looks better. And from there, we're going to kind of give you a breakdown. Each person's going to kind of walk through a small bit of what happened last week while we were at Mysticon, and then we'll pick it up at the new location. But before that, let's go around the circle and let everybody know who they're playing for this evening. And we will start with Alex.
Oh no, it's my turn. Hi, I'm Alex, also known as Idly. I will be playing Erwina Dwin, your paladin druid for the evening.
All right, Humphrey.
Hello, I am Humphrey Wendell Wickham, playing Calavar Cobblestitch, a bard fighter gnome with some life choices to make.
We're going to find out what those are tonight. Chris.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chris, and I'm playing Jim Jack Wonderful, a life cleric.
And our special guest.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ark, or Arc-like Court, and tonight I am playing Olivier, the Hexblade Warlock Blade Singer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, not to mention, we've all found a new toy in our arsenal, so this might happen quite often. Hopefully for some extra fun. For those that are brand new to the show, this is a retelling of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden in a weird, wacky way that we've been telling over the last almost 2 years, or over 2 years at this point. And our party is finally getting to have this discussion with the, they're on their way to having a discussion. Why do I feel like everything went sideways at con? No, nothing went sideways. We'll have that discussion here in a moment. Before we do that, let's roll the intro. All right. So last everybody remembers, the Northern Attitudes were traveling down from the keep of Caer Denival and tracking the nasty, no good Kadroth, the tiefling leader of the Order of the Black Blade. Now, we're going to kind of do this little popcorn around here as they describe kind of what happened last week while we were at Mysticon. And I'm going to be nice and not just pick somebody. So who would like to start that tale? Or I'm going to pick...
Start.
I got a mission to go after Kadroth from a benefactor of my own, and to not pay much mind to anyone else who might also be after Kadroth.
And you've had the ability to head down into the town of Caer Denival, where you ran into what?
The people I was told not to worry about running into, contending with reanimated corpses.
Yeah, that were big old eyeball boys.
Yeah, so as they were trudging down the snow into the town of Kirdenaval, they were ambushed. Actually, they had found a strange corpse in the snow that once it had air hit to it, it started to morph and shift and turn into a Nothic, where they were all attacked by three of those on while on sledback. And this is where we found some really unique things about our guest, who has the ability to teleport and things like that, which was pretty awesome to watch. Um, any moments during that time with the Nothics that you would like to highlight? Anybody?
Getting my axe guitar stuck in the headboard of our sled and not hitting a damn thing to boot.
Sorry, buddy. It's just how the dice roll sometimes.
Trying so hard to be a fighter. God.
They did take the time to dispose of the Nothics between the other melee in the group, as Arowina.
Oh yeah, Erwina said that they didn't need any help and that they were fine. When
Olivia came in and asked.
Yeah, when Olivia came in and was like, "Do you guys need some help?" and she's like, "No, we're fine."
And then hacked it, and then went to hack a Nothic in half.
Yeah.
So, from there, they tracked Kadroth to a abandoned warehouse, or at least that's what they thought it was. Tracking its drawers as a way of tracking it. Didn't ask questions; they just did it. And while some of them used their skills to learn what was happening inside, others decided to just hit the wall after finding out that the door was booby trapped. And yeah. What did we find inside?
A bunch of scary doll people. Basically mannequins, but creepier.
So they discovered that these, if anybody's ever seen a similar representation of Westworld, where there's just these strange beings that are just these corpses that are just standing there, husks rather. And from there we find that this is what they were doing, is they would remove an individual from the castle and then replace them with these versions of it, all being controlled with that nasty thing known as the item on their chest, the amulet. After we did a little bit of the Shining moment where they were just bashing the wall until they could see inside, they found their way in, and they started to hunt for the notorious Kadroth, which went very quickly south for Kadroth, because even though
I called him out.
Yeah.
I called him out.
Arowina calls him out, and then while weaving and bobbing through these mannequin-like husks, Arowina shoots a guiding bolt at disadvantage and lands it against Kadroth, making him a bright beacon for the rest of the party to see. And the combat began. There's an image that is currently being worked on where it is Olivier, Arowina, and Near, all with blades around this man's neck, to the point where there was a moment of fright within Kadroth, as he had realized that he had stepped way past his barrier and merit. At that point, he begged and pleaded for mercy and for parlay. And I'll let my players tell what happened after that.
That was such a cool moment. I forgot that he had thrown that on him.
Would you like to explain more of that, Calavar?
Nope, because it wasn't my cool shit.
So good. Booming Blade is so good because you just need them to willingly move.
There we
After
go.
they've been struck.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
1 blade, 2 blades, 3 blades. Gotta pull that back, Chris, a little bit. There we go. Yep. Still working on it. And that will be going up as part of our Be Right Back screen here soon.
With some wonderful conversation between them and the members of this party, Olivier just told him, leave. Just leave. When he moved, Booming Blade went off, sending thunderous damage through his skeletal structure, and then dragon-shaped eldritch blasts into his spine until he collapsed in the snow out front.
At that point, Calavar.
Oh, and there was a cold ass moment from Arowina because technically that Booming Blade dropped him, and she did promise he could try to get to the door, so she did lay on hands him for 1 HP.
She did. Yeah, there was this almost torturous motion that was happening on stage where Olivier knocks him down, Arowina gives him 1 point of health, and then lets him run to the full distance of a Eldritch Blast, which is then blasted into his back, where he lays flat in the snow, dead. And after she had told them that no matter what, everything had to be released, which he did, because he thought he was going to get away with his life, and he didn't. So where we pick up from there is there is a large bag, or there was a satchel around his waist that was found by Calavar, and from there they headed back to the keep, where Trovis, Speaker Craddock, the Northern Attitudes, and our new friend entered. Trovis still feeling very under the weather, and another individual entered the room, a tiefling by the name of Avarice, who, unbeknownst to our players, had a connection with Olivier. At the end of the episode, a portal was opened to the grand marketplace of Bryn Shander, and each one of my players, including Olivier, went through, along with Trovis, Speaker Craddock, and last but not least, Avarice. So as each of you, I'm going to let you kind of give me the moment as each of you walk through one at a time through the portal. And we will start with what each of you see first. What's the first thing that catches your glance as you walk through into Bryn Shander? And we'll start with Calavar.
So this is like a bustling marketplace of Icewind Dale, right?
Busy.
Okay, cool. Well, standing at a wondrous 3.5 foot feet, he's seeing a lot of crotches. Probably takes a few moments to kind of figure out where he is exactly, making sure he's not getting stepped on or run over. Probably finds himself like tucked very against like a building real quick, trying to climb on like a crate or two just to get some height. Just trying to take in the whole thing. If it is a bustling marketplace, he's probably keeping an eye out for bookshops and tailors.
Okay. As you kind of scramble up this barrel, you can see that this is the similarity of a bazaar, just a very cold bazaar. Everything is kind of insulated here at the outdoor when there are people out there, they're in huge cloaks. Any of their wares are either behind windows or they're non-freezable items, and you can hear, the one word that everybody loves to hear is fresh trout, as you listen and the next person goes through, and that is Erwina.
Erwina is not excited about the fresh trout being the first thing she hears. I think as she comes through, she is like almost like taking in the scene of peace or seeming peace, like a chaotic peace, because it's a bazaar. We haven't seen a normal town in so long.
Yeah.
And it's like that bit of like almost normalcy, like gut punches her.
It's like, oh, I'm here. Like,
yeah. As she's almost now acclimatized to the chaos of just running around, doing quests. Yeah, that's
excellent.
what kind of hits her first.
Yeah, so that moment of realization that you are back in a town, a semblance of nostalgia, even from the younger years of Caer Konig, but in a larger format.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think Erwina's ever seen this many people in her entire life. I think this is more than she's even seen in East Haven.
Yeah,
one spot.
In one location. This would be very similar to the amount of people that were gathered for the execution of Devon, who pretty much brought an entire town together to do. This is just a portion of the town of the capital city. Jinjak, you next through the portal.
So we're just doing first impressions, right?
Yes.
He says, "Oh my goodness, what a gloriously large city. So many people. I wonder if they have a nice tavern. Oh, there's a market. Oh, I'm thinking how that we should, stock up on some victuals. Erwina, maybe we can pick up some stuff for the tavern here."
Oh, maybe. How would we get it back? As she looks at the portal that went from Caer Dineval to Caer Konig, it'd have to fit on the sled unless unless Avarice is going to open us a portal back.
Oh,
that would make shipping much easier.
I'm thinking that one way or the other, the gods will find a way.
Okay.
But for now, I'm rather elated. I have not been to a city in. I have not been.
Oh.
Jim wanders off for a moment, and the eyes get kind of glazed over. City.
Oh, good. We're all fine here. Great.
Cities. Something wrong with cities.
And as you mumble this, near steps through, and it's interesting because you'd think Far would go next, but it's like Far can't get through. Olivia, you watch as Near goes through, and then Far just goes and just pops like into a puff of smoke.
Interesting.
And
just tacks that information in the back of his head.
And then he's kind of looking around, excited.
I love living in an apartment complex. I'll go get that window. It's gonna keep going. I'll mute.
It's the excitement of
guards! Someone's stealing that wagon.
We just walked into Bryn Shander. Near, what have you done?
Near immediately steals a car. Not even a car, a full-on car.
What a weird sounding displacer beast. I didn't know they could meow like that.
All right. So as that happens, Olivia, you are paused for a moment as Speaker Craddock and Speaker Trovis and the last two of you are standing there. Is there anything you would like to say to Avarice before you go through?
Tell me what you need next. And where can I find supplies? There.
Supplies will be easy. I recommend if you're looking for anything specific, you can either reach out to Rinderol's Emporium and let them know that I sent you, or Gildan Stag's Rest will have a secret spot for ours that you can gather any sort of supplies you'll need. Keep an eye on the one that has the key, and if things go south during the council, I'm going to ask you to do something for me. As a show of good faith for the ones that are near you.
I am your
That
blade.
you will have to kill. In front of everyone.
I am your blade. He taps at the coin, the large metallic object in the center of his vest, before he goes to step through the portal.
As you tap your coin, there is an interesting moment between the portal and you going through it. It's like hitting that glimpse of a second. And you hear in this deep, guttural voice, "You are only a blade of one." And then, and you go.
Well, there's a few options, everyone. If you're looking for a place to get drinks, there's a tavern right over here. Goods, I recommend this shop. And if we're looking for a place to stay for the evening, the inn down the way. And Olivier is pointing out the shop that Avarice told him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The inn that she had mentioned, and then just picked a random tavern sign that was hanging and went, "That's a good one here."
Excellent.
I'll look to. Oh, thank you. Do we know your name?
Olivier.
Olivier. Well, thank you, Olivier. It's real right handy that you know this place. I don't think any of the rest of us do. I mean, Calavar fell out of the sky, and Erwina spent most of her time in, I forgot the name of our town for a moment. Caer Konig. My question's for Trovis. We're here for a reason, and it's to escort you. So, where do you want to go? So, at the very least, we can drop you off, Trovis, and then be about our business until you need to go back.
Trovis still in that very stupid stage. We've cut our time by almost 2 days. Not all the speakers will arrive at this moment. We can check in at the town hall, but
is he still cursed?
He is still cursed.
I remove it.
Oh, okay.
Had a long rest, so
all right.
I touch him, sprinkle some holy water on him, and say, "The power of Shantea compels this curse to be removed from this fine draconian fellow.
Okay.
Goddess, please bless him with your grace." And I touch him.
Okay. And you watch as some of those dark tendrils start to just vanish within.
Oh, it's my first time using that. Thank you, Goddess. Well, after the... Well, I'm thinking Trovis' suggestion's a good one at the very least. We should go there first and then maybe find lodgings, the place that Olivier recommended. How does that sound for everyone?
Sure.
Now you would know that the lodgings that you're or the place you're heading to is literally the center of the town, which is going to take you about on foot, probably a good hour to walk.
Is it snowy?
It is, but
All right.
but surprisingly, the amount of foot traffic in this specific area, snowy is just kind of just beat down at this point.
Is everyone still under the effects of, other than Olivia, still under the effects of the water walking?
Not if you got those long rest.
Pause a moment. Let me put some snowshoes on everyone. And I'll ritual cast water walking on everyone so you can do the Legolas.
Do the Legolas.
Points if you get the reference. And
I appreciate it, Jinjak.
yeah, you're more than welcome, my friend. Shall we be off then? Unless you... Do we have dogs with us?
No.
The dogs will be delivered tomorrow.
All right, then we're walking.
Yeah, so the dogs and the sled will be delivered to the stables tomorrow, is what Avarice told you before she went through.
It's a brisk morning.
Oh,
wait, and I'm sorry to hog time so much, but maybe I should tell a story. It'd be in the start of the day.
Maybe everybody kind of looks around. You can see all these noises happening around you. It might be hard to hear.
Sorry, what'd you say?
It might be hard to hear in this area.
All right, then I'll just stick I'll fire off an aid spell.
Okay.
And I'll target Erwina, myself. Well, I've seen Olivier fight, so I know he's melee. And I know Kelevar's melee. All right, no, I'll just put it on Kelevar, Olivier, and Erwina. So you have 5 temp. Or sorry, not 5. It's 5 extra hit points.
Thank you.
For 8 hours.
And Nier will just kind of trail in the back, following everybody.
I forgot Nier. Shit. Oh, well, he's not here.
I don't think
start walking.
All right, so you guys head south towards the center of town.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you this, Olivier. Are you going to head to the town hall, or are you going to try to divert somewhere else?
My current instructions dictate that I go to the center of town, and that on my own time I go and collect what I'm looking for.
Okay. As you take the moment to arrive to the center of town, you can see this area. Strangely enough, there are these large axe beaks pulling massive pieces of iron, similar to what you would see as they're pushing or they're pulling the snow out of the front of the middle area of the town, of the circle itself. And here you can see where some of the cart tracks are moving through, and a large building, probably 3-4 times the size of the speaker's home in Kerkonik, is able to be seen at this moment, as on the bottom floor is nothing but stonework, and then the secondary floor looks like it's done more in a wood. Large stone stairs go up to the top of the stair to the doorway. 2 guards stand at the top of the doors. Hey, this is where we can depart, but and then we will find a way. We'll speak back during the council meeting later today, or tomorrow, rather.
Is this where the council meeting will be happening?
It will be. We'd like to at least go in and greet Bryn Shander's speaker and the Speaker of Icewind Dale, along with some of those that hopefully rove early. And from there, we'll find respite either here or within one of the speakers' mini guest rooms at their palace.
Who is in charge of the security for tomorrow for this meeting?
Oh, that would be what's the name? I have a name for that actually. That is Sheriff Markham Southwell. He is the lead of the Speaker's Court and a very strong ally to the Speaker of Bryn Shander.
Are they here, or will they only be here for the meeting tomorrow?
He stays very close to Duvessa, and we would expect him most likely he would be with her.
Okay. I want to speak with them, as I'm assuming, and Olivier will gesture to the rest of the group. You're hoping that those who have defended you and protected you will be a part of defending you and protecting you during this council.
As you are all not technically speakers, I don't believe it's necessary you need to be there. However, you have done a great service to our people here in Icewind Dale. And as the Speaker of Caer Konig, it has been an honor for you to bring me here and highly respected. I do know that on our journey, though, you have spoken that the fact that you believe that there's others besides Icewind Dale that need to be at this council. And
yes, very
I
much so.
Plead to extend the time before we make this decision in order to hopefully have you find a way to reach them.
Would them not being within the council meeting itself allow Erowina and the others to present the cases of the other cities, the other towns?
They're not all towns. They're the people that roam, like mine. They're the Goliaths who have their keeps, and the others that we've met along the way. There are many people here who would fight for Icewind Dale that will not be represented unless they are brought here.
Or at least informed by those who have the capability of contacting and speaking with them on their terms. And I'll motion towards Jinjak and Kelvar and Near begrudgingly.
I can always contact anyone who needs it. I'd also point out that, oh wow, the other maps are gone. Oh, sorry, I was just trying to click. You know how you can switch between maps?
Yeah.
I guess the others are gone.
There should only be. You should have the big map. That might have just been terminated for the.
That's no problem. There's a small community of people who are actually protected from the winter, and they are unrepresented here. But I know I can contact them. There. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
An allowance of these gathered councils for those whose voices are not represented, I think, is in the best interest to the protection of Icewind Dale.
And I think we already contacted the Goliaths through Benji, if I'm remembering correctly.
I can always do ascending. I'm referring to as well if need be. Stillwell is where is what I'm referring to. There's one place that doesn't have a representative here, and they will not send one because we're here. And and then Erwina already mentioned the Goliaths. But again, I can contact them if needed. I mean, it's up to you, really. I mean, you can at least present to the council that, hey, there's some communities that aren't represented, and Jinjak and Erwina would like to speak for them.
Myself and Speaker Craddock can try to negotiate that before the council even starts speaking today by getting a council with Speaker Duvessa, and hopefully we can gain some extra time so that we can wait for the others to arrive. Benji has been an integral part of protecting Care Koenig, and it'd be nice to see her again.
Yeah, not to mention Castle. I mean, she wanted your job.
He kind of gives a smug grunt on that one. You see the ice, the steam come from the nose of the ice.
I do whisper to him and say, "I would have voted for you."
As could only be taken into consideration that we be allowed to stand with and offer the voices of those other places.
And we will make sure that is given word before the event. Make sure there's enough seats for everyone.
I can stand if needed.
Travis kind of prims himself up almost, like he straightens out the armor, makes sure the sword is on the hip properly, or his mace is on his hip properly. Actually pulls out like a what looks like a handkerchief and just wipes off the shield.
Does he need a spritzing?
Yeah. I have prestidigitation.
Same.
Erwina will help.
Olivier will help as well.
So
we gotta get you spruced up.
As you clean up both Speaker Craddock and Speaker Trovis, they thank you, and they will head into the town hall, up the stairs, present themselves of who they are, and walk in. And you can see, as that moment happens, the doors open, they're left in, and you can see this large hallway of nothing but you can see the wood just pristine on both sides, the tabards on either side of it, and then as the doors slowly close.
Can I commit that layout to memory?
Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what? Give me just an intelligence check then.
Oh, absolutely. 17 total.
Okay. I mean, you've gained pretty much all of it. You might not be able to guess exactly which tabard is where, but you have a good
just
idea.
The distance past the door to a clear space.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to shake hands with the guards, thanking them for watching over the speakers as they go in and the doors are closed.
Yeah, and you can see they are fully armed half-plate guards with full glaives on and shield. And they didn't even speak. They just nodded.
Supplies? Anyone need to regain, get new, gather?
I'm thinking, Olivier, if you could just take us to the tavern, we could sort of stow our gear and then figure out shopping.
The inn is separate from the tavern.
Sorry, the inn.
Two businesses instead of just one.
I'm from tiny villages. Inn, tavern, same thing.
Fair. There's a lot of dichotomy. Multiple businesses, multiple lines of gold and silver running through the areas. It works out better for the owner as long as they're maintaining their books and balancing their continuing this conversation, leading them to the inn.
Okay, are you leading him to the inn that you pointed out, or are you leading to the one that Avarice?
The one that Avarice told me.
Okay. So you guys will head to the west, into the west down a large roadway. You'll get about 20-25 minutes into a walk. You're passing mostly just nice, very quaint homes. Most of these places are well kept and completely covered in snow, but there always seems to be a little bit of a light that kind of glistens through each of the windows, as there's a heat of some sort that is in each one of the houses. Most likely fires that are kept going throughout the night. This, however, is an ostentatious change of pace. Similar sized to what you would say the Caer Denival Keep is. This large 4-pillared wooden structure stands in front of you. A glinting of laced gold and silver inlays within the wood itself, and in beautiful calligraphic writing is the words, the Bloodrill's Snug Haven. And you can see an individual that's actually outside taking carts, and they're pushing them to the back where there's a stable, and these people are getting out in fully well-dressed suits, dresses, and walking into the haven.
Ari feels so out of place because she can't even read the name on the hotel.
Okay.
Promise you it's the best place to stay while here. Safest as well.
I'll go with the safest. It just seems a bit what's the word I'm looking for? Fancy. But all right, it's safe.
I guess it could be considered that. Looking over it, like by comparison to where he normally operates out of and everything, he's like, this looks pretty normal. This is nothing really out there about it. I'll go get room settled. I'll get that set up for all of you. Give me just a moment.
And you walk up very pristine, somewhat like rugged stairway up to the top, where there is an individual standing there in a suit, pocket watch in his hand. Says, "Welcome to Bloodrill's Safe Haven. Do you have a reservation?"
Madam Avarice assured me that the reservations were.
Oh, the madam sent you. Understood completely. Which, one room?
5.
5. And she knows that this is not a free establishment, right?
Do you think she would send me here, assuming that you would not take care of me and the group that I am with?
You're dressed normally for a resident here. Your party, on the other hand, is a little, how could we say, drab.
They are the protectors of some of the speakers who are gathering. They're to be treated well.
Give me a persuasion or intimidation, your choice.
Intimidation, thank you so much.
Would this be a conversation that we could all hear, or is it just kind of between? Okay.
It would definitely be up. The way this looks is he walked up about 20 stairs to a top platform, and this individual is standing there.
23, 18 plus 5.
And you can see, like, you tell me, what are you doing to intimidate him at this point?
I am engaging the eyes of Cicero. So the devil sight dancing over my eyes makes it almost like fractalized emerald with just a black onyx slitted pupil down the center of it, staring at him, mentioning the Madam Avarice and the things that are occurring.
And you can see this moment of just pause. Sir, as understood. I apologize for any sort of conditions that we've maybe. Please do not tell you. Please do not tell the mistress.
If we find these accommodations suitable,
of course,
then I will ensure that you are repaid exactly what would be owed, if not more, for the accommodations you provide.
Wonderful. Well, gather your friends and welcome to the Safe Haven.
Do you have anything to worry about, Olivier? I mean, I couldn't help but know. Or actually,
Turn
did you
it.
overhear this?
Turn
So-
and wave everyone up with a smile on my face, like none of that conversation even occurred.
All right, so we didn't hear it because I distinctly heard him call us drab.
I think while that conversation was happening, Erwina had cast Speak with Animals
Okay.
and is just talking to the horses. Like,
Okay.
she's having like a little meltdown, trying to keep it together. She's just been talking to the horses that have been coming up.
Any conversation that we need to go to, or are we just?
Oh
this is
no,
just you?
yeah, just her on the side, just trying to vibe.
Okay. You had a very calming conversation with a set of horses that were being pushed by or pulled by a cart, where
Mhm.
two very well dressed individuals got out of and walked up
Mhm.
past Olivier, and an individual who still dressed very nicely, maybe not as nice as the ones at the top or the ones that got out of the cart, but hops in and starts to move them away.
Mhm.
And the last thing you hear from the horse is, "They have the best food here."
Oh, good to know. Good to know. If I get hungry, I'll go to the stables. Good to know.
And then you're waking up. As you walk up the stairs, you can see the first thing you see are two very large sconces um, that are placed right outside the doorway. And it's like walking through those moments where you walk through the doors and there's that heat hit, and you can just feel the difference. This is a warm, cozy, everything is pristine, everything is cleaned. Um, Lounge chairs on the sides, large hallway, and a desk way in the back. Um, Chandeliers lit with candles. This is something you've not seen. Some of you maybe ever. Others you might have. I don't know if Kelevar, would there have been moments when you before you got that you might have seen something like this?
Oh God, yes. This is very reminiscent of home. He may be a bard, but he's not like a court bard, but he's been invited to a few luxurious occasions to perform at over the years in his time, and he's like, oh my gosh, civilization.
This is where you
Wonderful.
would. This is where you have done. Your parents have done processions for galas, things like that. This is above and beyond what Arowena has probably ever seen. Maybe heard stories from others travelers that were in the area, but other than that,
Mhm.
and Chinjack, give me a history check.
I would say that this is probably the equivalent of walking into like Rockefeller Center on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
Just the trees, the lights, the glamour. It's
everything.
like,
Like,
yes.
if we're talking everything is lit, everything is as pristine. You actually have two fully, what you could tell is two full paid apprentice wizards just going around prestidigitating things as they're being used. Like, this is on point every time.
That's a 17 for history.
There is a reference. There is a kind of this tinge in the back of your mind of seeing this before. You might have read it in the roots somewhere, but you're not sure where.
I try not to feel terribly uncomfortable, but it's definitely something I read in the root because I'd remember if I'd ever been in a place this fancy before. And so, I mean, I'm used to, borrowing beds from peasants and in return for cooking and sermons.
Well, I don't know your normal arrangements, but each of you will have your own personal rooms. There should be baths available. Any and all necessities that could be provided here within, do not be afraid to ask. They have already been taken care of.
Oh, don't we pay?
It's already been taken care of.
Kelvar starts
Erwina is-
vibrating with excitement at the word of the baths.
Erwina assumes that her room will be a closet and is already like, you can see her like go like see the apprentice wizards that are cleaning things, and she's already like mimicking them, like trying to help them clean.
That is how they are earning their payment, and also how they are learning to practice that cantrip in particular.
Oh,
I think we're just supposed to go to our rooms now, Arena, and maybe, get our baths.
At that moment, you had walked all the way to the edge to this large wooden, like up a high-rise, almost looks like table, as two individuals are sitting there. And this is, we've been informed that you are part of the large party that is here on the mistress's accord. Each one of you have your own rooms, as well as 3 iron tokens, which they will slide to you. That will present you with a fresh bath. That will present you with a wonderful meal in the evenings, and then a drink of choice at late night.
What time of day is it?
You arrived probably midday.
All right. I still want
2
to.
hours.
Yeah, we had a long rest. It's like I want to get some shopping done today if possible. But I asked the rest of it. What do you think? You want to just drop our stuff off, head out, and then come back and grab a bath and food and booze later? Or
I'd say Kelvar grabs his key. It's kind of twirling on his finger right now as he's whistling towards his room.
So I guess Kelevar doesn't want to discuss it. All right.
What could possibly go wrong?
And drop your stuff off. Wash yourself. Be rested and relaxed.
All right, fine.
We can still go afterwards, but at least clean yourself.
I'll head to my room then.
All right.
I'll head to the room that's preferred. I'm looking for a closet, same as Erwina.
Yeah. So as you notice, to either side, there are these long, winding wooden staircases that go up to a second floor. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of turns into this weird wizardy type mentality. There's just doors in this circle. Like it's just a large circle and then another set of staircase in a large circle. And somehow, even though you are brand new here, you all have a second floor door. You can see these very prestigious, looks like high elves, dressed in very thick wool coats, kind of look at you for a moment and then just keep walking up to up the stairs again. You're presented pretty much on the most prestigious level at this point. And Olivia, do you walk them to each of their doors, or do you just go to your own?
I walk them up and then like present or explain, like there's small extra dimensional spaces similar to that of like a bag of holding. It doesn't look like there's much room looking at the doorway, but I promise you, and he'll open the first door.
Yeah. And this is a full built like set. You've got what looks like a space where you can brew or any sort of tea or kitchenette type feel. You have a section of this where you have a actual bathtub in this like soaker, and then a large fluffed pillowed bed, dressers, and then at the edge of it there is a massive full-size window that is all stained glass of a depiction of one of these stories that are designed within Icewind Dale. And each one, and he one by one opens the door, and you each have these rooms.
You see, even as close as the doors appear to be, you can see that the rooms are much more spacious than they present.
Okay, and one by one, you're dropped off in your room.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute giddy sounds from Kelevar. Full on swan dives onto the bed.
Just you feel that softness of, well made silk sheets, and you have the feather, the between feather and wool kind of bed itself, as this thing just kind of sinks, and you, even at your size, just kind of slowly sink into it just a little bit. And there's a moment of home that hits you. And right at that moment, just in the back of your ears here, are you having fun?
I'd probably think an absolute like eep escapes him. Just maybe. What's it to you, who? What?
Nothing else.
I'm clearly getting ice sickness. I need a nice hot bath. Starts stripping in the most unmajestic way possible, kicking his pants off with one foot, flinging, and just into the bath and just relaxing probably for a good, I'd say, an hour or so.
Okay. And for some reason, when you arrived, the soaker was already steaming. Like the bathtub, it was full and hot. As you hit it, there is that shift in temperature where you're like, and then you just sink, like melt into the bathtub. Moments of lavender and aromas like that you start to smell as you're sitting there, and you just kind of drift in your mind a little bit. Well, as we pick up with everybody else as this is happening, before we do, the aromas that are being presented, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Everyone or just Kelvar?
Just Kelevar, because he's in the bath.
19.
You choose then. With a 19, you can smell these aromas starting to affect you in this very euphoric way. And it's bringing back a childhood memory of happiness and joy. Would you like to share with the audience what that is? Or would you like to just say that you just kind of enjoyed and moved past it?
Oh, I've got a moment already in mind.
Okay.
Probably when he was very young and he had only known the Undertaker game as being a very sad, drab, remorseful sort of endeavor when it comes to funerals and pyres and things of the like. He remembers following a group into the equivalent of an Irish wake and saw that for the very first time that death and funerals can actually be a joyous occasion, a celebration of life, and thus setting him on his path to being a traveling bard and gathering funeral rituals and learning other customs and trying to find the joy in death.
And is there a tune that you might whistle or play while you're, or I would say whistle at this point, because you're not going to bring your instrument in with you unless you did.
Not really. Probably his best rendition of "In the Merry Month of June," an Irish ballad. He'll probably just be humming it to himself while he's feeling extremities relaxing and floating. Yeah,
and everything relaxes. This is the most comfortable you have been in years. But you get that moment of just relaxation and peace. And we're going to step over to the next person. Arowina, same thing, opens up. You see this massive room, a bed, this is 3 times the size of your house growing up.
Yeah.
This is what you're looking at right now.
I think not knowing what to do with all of the opulent comfort, she immediately goes and opens a window. Like she needs like that grounding force of reality, or what she sees as reality, to like kind of keep herself centered.
And as you do, it's that weird shift between cold and hot where the wind pushes into the room, and you can see out on the outskirts as you're on the side of this upper deck, and you can see out into Bryn Shander, and you people are walking, and there's a weirdness about this part of the town where it doesn't seem like people really are concerned about what's happening outside of town. And it's almost uneasy to you, being that you have been in this travel mode for so long and seen so much in the last few months.
Yeah. And I think she knows that a lot of there was talk from the refugees that came to Kerkonig that they were pushing to Bryn Shander. And she wonders, even though that they house so many of these refugees at Kerkonig, where are the other people that have been displaced? And they will probably not be in as comfortable of a situation as she is. And I think she doesn't know really how to process the difference between the two. And I think she's going to kind of like make her bed in like a little window alcove. Like she just like is refusing to be comfortable because she doesn't know how to handle this level of comfort. But she does take like 5 minutes in that window seat with the window open.
Okay, so you leave the window open, you kind of take the covers off of the bed and kind of push them, and there's really no way to make it alcove, but what you could do is go straight to the edge of the window, as there is a gap between the bed and the window easily. And you've made yourself a little, almost like, I wouldn't say canopy, but hammock, but it's just this little twin size bed that's on the floor, rolled up in sheets, and you feel that moment of, okay, this isn't as comfortable as that. Like,
yeah. And I think she gets like a little bit of like that crazy Erwina like hair in her brain, where we'll come back to this, but I don't think she feels like this is the space for her, and she wants to find people who need that level of comfort because of how large this room is. She doesn't need all this space to herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll move to, we'll say that Nier takes on a similar moment to Kelvar, accepts the thing with open arms, goes inside, and says, "Hey guys, I think I'm good. It's been a long time. I really would just enjoy a bath, and I don't need anything right now. Check with me before you guys leave to the in the morning. I think I'm just going to hold in tonight." And then he just kind of goes off to himself. Jinjak, once again, it's open to you.
Jinjak, I'll take my boots off, walk over to one of the carpets, and I'll make fists with my toes. Take my socks off as well. I make fists with my toes on there until I get a little bit more relaxed. I'll open up the root, get on my knees, and do a prayer.
Okay.
And then is the bath in the room? Or
it is. The soaker is in the room.
All right. I'll walk over to it. I'll pull out the iron token.
Yeah. There's as you get close to the soaker with the iron token, you feel the iron token kind of sizzle a little bit, and then the bath starts to heat.
Oh, that's handy. I put the sizzling token down and take off the rest of my gear carefully, folding it, putting it down, and I'll put the root down next to the. Actually, I'll read as I bathe. As I soak it. Well, I'll wash down, remove all the dirt, and then when I'm soaking with a nice little towel on my head, I will continue reading the route, trying to distract myself from this absolutely abject opulence that I'm surrounded by, and I'm begging the goddess for forgiveness for enjoying it.
We're enjoying it.
I feel a good religious guilt, like a really strong one.
As that happens, I need to have the same thing for you. Can you please give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Sure. Wisdom, where are you? There you are. Okay. Did it submit? That'd be a 17.
With the 17, similar to Kelavar, you feel those euphoric vapors kind of go into your nose, and you start to drift into a euphoric state. Now you are able to hold back on it, or you can tell a moment within your life which was you were the happiest.
Well, I had a happy childhood. I remember Granny Sweetgrass teaching me how to whittle my first holy symbol.
Oh.
Saying to me, "All right, Jim Jack, just turn it like this so you can get the grain just right." And I make she makes a perfectly formed sheath of wheat, and I make a chunk of wood that looks nothing like a perfectly formed sheet of wheat. But she says, "That's good for the first try." And I stare at my crappy looking lump of wood sadly, and she says, "Now bless it. It's your first holy symbol." And I do so. And I still carry that lump of crappy wood around with me, although I've cheated and I've whittled it so it looks reasonably like a sheath of wheat.
There you go. And that moment sticks with you throughout the entirety of your soak. As you've gotten everybody to their rooms, Olivier, you're welcome to head to yours.
Just before going into my room, I'll stop one of the passing apprentices who are cleaning up the snow or debris.
Master Olivier, how can I help you?
I need you to... And he takes a small, it looks like a gold coin, but it is not a gold currency coin.
Right.
Very similar to this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With minor illusion, I will leave a message on the coin to ask for specific, like adventuring gear and things from the supply store that Madame Avarice had told me about.
Okay.
And I go, "You're going to take this, give it to the shop owner," and I give him the name. "They will be giving you things to return to me. Make sure that it gets here." And I hand him the coin.
Okay. And he takes the coin and scurries down the stairs at this point.
And when I step into the room and close the door, do I know that they're mostly soundproof?
You are aware that the rooms have been soundproofed in a very magical way.
I will go to the end of the room next to the window, create Cesro's Talon, and start the draconic conversation with Cesro.
Okay. Before we pick up to that moment, is there anything the rest of you would like to do while in your rooms? Or are we just soaking and having a mental panic breakdown between the three of you?
I think Erwina, with her open window, is going to use of her wild shape to create a familiar.
Okay.
She's going to create an Arctic tern.
Okay.
And she's going to actually kind of get a lay of the town from a view above as her familiar flies around.
Okay.
Just to kind of also recenter herself again.
Okay.
Oh,
With that, you would see that there are large sets of, wouldn't say camps, but they are structured off areas where you see people in that moment that do not get this. They're living in wagons. They've got bedrolls. They've got community campfires. They're not in this kind of lavishness, but they've pretty much, I wouldn't say cordoned, but almost cordoned the southern half of this for that.
All right.
And it's a large group, like it's a large section, but it still is concerning that even with this large section that they don't have enough room for others.
Yeah. I think Erwina starts to put together as much of an idea as she can with her low intelligence, and is going to kind of try and figure out how room service works to redeem her food coin.
Okay.
Early.
So you can do one of two things. You can just kind of roll me a quick intelligence check just to see if you can understand how it works inside the room itself, or you can always walk downstairs and ask.
She'll try asking.
Okay. So as you walk out the same room area, you walk down the stairs. It seems like there's nobody up here at the moment. None of the interns, none of the apprentices. The one that was supposed to be up here has been sent on other errands, so he's no longer here. And you walk down and you see the individuals, the one that handed you the key, and he says, sorry, ma'am. I forgot to explain how this works. The one is for rested. If you rest it on the soaker will start to heat and the water will heat up. If you place it on the gold plate that's next to your oven, a individual will come by and ask for and get you and bring you a requested set of menu, and you can order from there. And then, of course, with the drinks and entertainment will be presented to you if you place the secondary token. And you can see one has got a blue, or one has like a blue tint to it, one has a red tint to it.
Okay, thank you. And she'll go back up, and she's going to put that coin on the little tray for meals.
And strangely enough, immediately you hear a ching ching as like a bell just dings outside your door.
Oh, perfect. She'll open it up.
As you open it up, you see a hobgoblin about 4.5 feet tall, with a beautiful suit on, this red tie, gleaming white teeth. And he says, "Madame, how can I help you this evening?"
Oh, I'm so hungry. I'm terribly hungry. And
we have all sorts of food. This is what the wonders of this place is.
And she's going to take the menu that is been.
He's going to present you a menu. When I tell you it's a menu, it's a menu. Like it's not just trout salad. Like it's not that.
She's going to order the largest, most carryable meal she can find. In fact, ask for a to-go box. And if there's endless bread, she's going to order 18 people's worth of endless bread.
Okay. A raised eyebrow for a moment as the individual kind of looks at you and says, "Madame, I hate to ask you this question, but are you really going to be able to eat all this?"
I will make sure that it all gets consumed.
Very well. And I will say, give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. That's a 27.
Absolutely, madame. I will be there, of course. No
I'm
worries.
So hungry.
And he doesn't even, because at first you
Mhm.
thought he might have like left grumbling, and no, he had a smile on his face, and he's just
Yeah.
whistling down the hallway as he goes and gathers whatever this large
Yeah.
feast meal plus
Yeah.
18 loaves of bread, and about 10-15 minutes later, not one, not two, but 9 hobgoblins show up behind him as he
Oh, perfect.
opens the door, and it brings in, the one has a large, like almost wheelable table, and just wheels it
Mhm.
into the room, and then they just start plating onto the table.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I was so hungry, everyone.
I
Thank
hope
you.
you I hope you have a wonderful evening. And they all give you a bow, and then they all walk out.
And as soon as they walk out, she starts shoving it as much as she can into a sack because this isn't a meal for her. This is a
Okay.
meal for other people.
Absolutely. Um, as that all happens, we are going to step back real quick to Olivier as the talent is presented on the altar, and you go into that mode, that focus. It's as if the entirety of the room, the shadows start to just kind of eat at it until it's just you and this very eerily green glow. And then the last thing that happens, for anybody that would be looking in would not understand what's happening, but in your mind, the only thing you see is that large eye open as it's staring at you, as Cicero's left eye looks at you.
I am trying my best to be a weapon, but there are far too many hands attempting to wield me. Patience is all I ask in this moment, so I can gain more understanding of the gifts you gave me.
Just remember, I can take them away as fast as I gave them to you. That pawn of ours is all that is.
Time is all I ask.
You just see
A
the
while.
eye blink once.
I just want to understand. Trust in me. I've not failed any who have wielded me yet.
Give me a wisdom save.
I'm proficient in it, but it still sucks. It's a 15.
A 15's not bad against a ancient emerald dragon.
Yeah, it's not the worst.
But there is that sense of utter fear that brings you to your knees. Know your place.
I just let go of the blade, sending it back to Cicero and leaving the conversation to not agitate or
And that build up
further
of the
irate.
shadows kind of pull back as you step back, and his eye just slowly closes. And the last thing you just remember hearing is know your place. And your heart is beating.
22 paces past the front door. leads to the carpet leads further down, 6 atriums. And he's like going through blueprints of and layouts to the locations that they're going to be at.
Mm-hmm.
And starting to, it's again that committing to memory, the faces of the 2 guards that were out front, how clean the spaces were inside the center capital, what direction they might have turned in just before the door closed, so he knows if he needs to go left or go right, and committing everything.
You would know that at least as you watched in at the beginning, that both the speakers just walked straight. They did not turn. At least not until after you had slammed, the doors were slammed.
Yeah. And just keeping everything connected, tracked, so that if requests are made or things need to be done, he knows from what position he can teleport from, because he has seen and is aware of that exact location, whether it's getting in or getting out.
Okay. And you all have enjoyed, the rest of you have enjoyed a wonderful bath or food, as a bell, or as a knock comes to each of your doors. With a note from the mistress, and each one of those says, "We've given word that the speakers have proven themselves worthy to gain an audience with the rest of Icewind Dale. A council will be met in 3 days, allowing the rest of the speakers from 10 towns to arrive. Unfortunately, 2 of our speakers will not be presented, as they have fallen under the invasion. Please be," and then in other letter, part of the letter, it says, "Please beware, this is a firmware event. Make sure that you are cleaned and prepped for the occasion, and that all who will be attending must be presented properly." And then at the end it says, "Signed, Arcane Brotherhood Advisor, Avarice."
All right, I'll wear my clean clothes.
You can have them cleaned here if you need, or any adjustments you may need made to them if you've unfortunately had a tear in the side of a shirt or bottom of any of your shoes.
Nah, I could mend whatever I want. I have a spell for that, and Erwina has a clean spell. I'm good.
The offer's there, just in case.
Appreciate it.
Kelvar reads a little bit about, dressing in what, better attire, was it?
Yeah.
DM Daddy?
Yeah, you would present a better attire.
Okay. At that point, Kelvar's going to go, "Oh no, what an excuse to go shopping."
Erwina, who probably had the hobgoblins help her with the menu as deceptively as she could, because she cannot read canonically, is just picking up on clues from everyone else's conversation on what's in this note.
Okay.
If the plan is to go shopping, now might be a good time to do the split from our previous little adventure. I believe, and I'll assume I'm the one with the bag of holding. Is that okay? That we scored off of Caldoth?
I know there was conversation of Kelvar holding it, but that's up to you guys.
Calvar, could you break out the bag of holding that we got from Caldoth?
Oh, sure. And just, what'd you need it for?
Well, it's got money in it.
Oh, right. I should probably do something about those.
Can I borrow the bag once we get all the money out of it? And Erwina comes out with like armfuls and sacks of bread.
Certainly. Why'd you get all that bread? Oh, I just
Yeah,
had a
well-
bowl of soup and a salad.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know.
Wait, will that keep in the bag?
Oh, don't worry, it's gonna get eaten.
So what's
Okay.
it? How much was it, James?
In total, you found. Let me bring that back up. The bag is holding 2,500, so 2,500 gold pieces, a 500 gold piece worth diamond, and an assortment of other gems worth 1,500 gold.
The total's 4,500. That's 900 each. If we split 5 ways.
Don't worry about me. No. That's yours. These are your findings. These are your things. Mine is on its way.
All right. Going once, going twice. Split 4 ways.
Erwina didn't even know numbers could go that high for money.
So that'd be 4,000 gold pieces technically, plus a 500 gold piece diamond, unless you wanted to split.
Works out to 1,125. So what I recommend is someone take the diamond, which is worth
500.
500, and another 500. Yeah, and another 625 gold pieces as their share. And then they can see about selling the diamond. Likewise, the other gems, you can take it in gems and then just use that for trade or sale. Myself, I figure.
Didn't you mention that we needed a diamond for one of your spells?
I do, but it's a smaller one. I'll go buy smaller diamonds for that. I need a 300 gold piece diamond for that spell, as well as a bunch of 25 gold pieces. Actually, about 250 for holy water and other stuff. But
I mean, you can always trade down the 500 diamond, exchange and all that.
whatever, I'll take the diamond.
Could you get the diamond cut into smaller, less expensive diamonds?
Sure, I'll take the diamond. But each of you get 1,125 gold pieces. Each of us gets 1,001. In addition to the other cash we had, whatever, 1,000.
So we figured that out, that there's an additional 3,700 gold pieces that was given last time when you guys were with Arn.
Oh, well, I think we already split that because I had 1,000 and.
Okay. I know.
Right now I have 2,180.
Okay.
Wow.
I think Calavar will go through like the miscellaneous gems and find like the ones that are like blue colored.
Okay.
Just kind of sort them out because he has ideas.
Because I have ideas.
I look to Olivia. Oh, sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead, Calabar.
No. The last things that you guys would also have found is there's a small chest in there with 3 unknown vials, and then 3 pieces of that blackish blue iron, otherwise known as Chardolin.
We're not selling the Chardolin. That goes into the bag of evil.
Yeah,
Or the
and
bad bag.
Erwina pulls out the bag of Chardolin we've been collecting along the way.
Yeah. And
In the bad bag.
Olivier, maybe do us a favor and take those vials to any local alchemist that you know. Is there a local alchemist?
I can look over them right now if you need it.
Oh, all right. If you have skill in that, then that would be appreciated, just so we can identify what they are. Try not to hurt yourself, though.
No,
I have healing ready in case you do.
Let me identify these these potions.
Yeah. So with your identify cast, you can see that one is a potion of love, which is a charm potion, a potion of fire breath, and a potion of resistance.
I'll let the rest of them know. As I'm revealed that information, I go, here's this, and then this is fire resistance, and then just continue handing it right back over with each one.
So a potion of love, a potion of
fire
breath, and a potion of resistance.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we just put that in the bag of holding for now, and if anyone needs it, they need it. Unless someone who wants it specifically.
I'll take the fire breath if you don't mind. It's of interest to some of the things I'm researching.
I have no objection to this. Anyone else?
No.
All right. Yeah, I haven't updated this in a while. Here, hang on. I'll post this in the Icewind Dale cast only chat. But it's our loot list.
All right. Well, that's while you've gathered your loot, you've gotten the note from Mistress Avarice, and you've been given now a day and a half, pretty much, of free time to get any sort of things you would like to, anything you would want to, and be back be ready and presentable at the town hall in 3 days.
Alrighty, Calavar's going to start up on his little ukulele and start to do his rendition of Hello Dolly, like, put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of stores out there.
As once again you play it and you just hear a strange individual in your head just humming along with you.
Probably a mild concerned look across his face, but the show must go on with the performance.
Okay.
He's going to try and get the little wizard assistants in the lobby to join him.
Oh, they do not in any way, shape, or form.
Oh yeah, he's trying to make this a full-on musical number and just walk up to random people in the lobby and get them in on it. And yeah, if he just ends up on his own, he's on his own. Yeah. He's having a good day.
Give him persuasion. Or performance, I guess. Performance would work too.
Persuasion, that is a dirty 20.
You don't get you get a few of them kind of tapping their feet, but what you do get is some of the guests walking in are like, oh, we're having music today. And they'll just start dancing. Like walked off of the wagon when the coat was taken, and immediately they go into a full-blown. You've got 3 different couples just dancing in the grand room right at the bottom.
I probably give it like until like the end of the song, and then I'll just take my hat off and just kind of wave it in front of me like I'm peddling for cash.
Oh, of course. Each one of them drops a full gold each.
All right, so that'd be what, 3?
3 gold.
Sure, money's money.
Thank you. This is wonderful. Didn't know we had peddlers here. Did you know we had peddlers? No, we didn't have any peddlers here. Well, they must have hired these people. Of course they did. Why would they bring peddlers in here? And they start badgering and like walking off.
He'll get a little steamed by being called a peddler. Just kind of mumble to himself, I am a goddamn performer. And then just kind of walk into the streets for shopping.
Okay.
Yeah.
By himself or with everyone. It doesn't matter. He's on a mission.
All right. And we will check back with near/far after the show to make sure if they needed to do anything during this time. But we're going to wander through the land of Bryn Shander with the rest of our party this evening. And you are all welcome to split if you'd like. You're welcome to go together. It's up to you.
Did the attendant bring me back my coin?
He has not yet because he hasn't arrived. He hasn't come back yet.
Okay. Then I will let the front desk know that I had sent them on a missive, and any items that they return with to be placed into my quarters, as well as the coin that was given to the young man.
Of course,
and I sent you my my shopping list there, Dungeon Father.
Okay.
The last things are things I'm going to have to work on and create
Yeah.
as I get more observation. But the top section is essentially like,
Oh, easy
I'm
enough.
going out. I am dealing
Yes.
outside of our normal.
You will be
things.
presented. That's none of that is of craziness.
Or you think so?
James, I
Yes.
just messaged you directly on
Everybody
Discord.
is messaging me.
Yay! We are all sending our Christmas lists to Santa.
Yep, that's what's happening. Where
Yeah.
did you send yours? Oh, Jack, you put it in the other channel. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just sent it to you directly for Ari.
Is
Okay.
that all good? Tell me.
Yeah, so I will say you can get any of the metal stuff taken care of at and the fun thing is since you guys are in the safe haven, it's just a quick conversation to get you anywhere you need to go. They say to the right to the north of the town hall, you will find an individual by the a place known as Black Iron Blades. You can pick up any of your smithies and outfitter basic outfitting there. A wonderful couple of dwarven travelers there or merchants there. For our more higher caliber and magical needs, you will need to go speak to Renderil's Emporium, and that's where you will find any of your magical needs or higher class things. Renderil will also be able to do any sort of tailoring or special silks and things like that. So that's the two presented. For Holy Water, of course, you will want to go to the House of Mourning, which will be presented, which you can speak with Madame Michon, the priest of mourning, and she will be able to help you with any sort of divine needs you would need there. So yeah, we can wander. Is the quick question is going to be: Does anybody want anything special? Suit of plate is easily found at the Black Iron Blades. The diamond and the component, or the diamond, will be found at Renderil's Emporium, along with the item that you are looking for, Erwina.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna go. Actually, if she also hears that they handle like rare silks from her other pack, she knows that she has basically her mother's regalia.
Okay.
And she's gonna bring that there to get touched up.
Okay.
As well.
And Kellever just gave me a really good idea that I'm hoping we can get for the next episode, which is please put your Hero Forge characters in the garb that you would like to be presented at the council, so that we can present those on screen for next episode, because that would be fun. And so thank you, Kellevar, for that one. But yeah, as you are heading off to Renderolls, you will find that this, what seems to be a very cylindrical mage tower is what it looks like, and it just says Renderolls Emporium. Of any needs any needs is actually what it's called. And as you walk in, once again, wizards are weird. So this building is ginormous. It's full, and everything is placed in its spot. And he knows every spot here. As you walk in, a 4'5", very well maroon robed, dressed hobgoblin slides down what looks like a banister to greet you all, as he says, "Welcome to Renderel's Emporium for everything. I'm Renderel, and I'm happy to present anything you'd like that I have. And if I don't have it, I'm sure I can find it. What are you looking for?"
First off, I heard that you can handle rare silks
I can
and
handle all silks.
clothing items.
What,
And
what,
she
what
will.
can I look for?
Oh, I actually just needed to see if you could touch this up, and she'll pull out her pack, and she's also carrying around, I guess, in the handbag, in the bag of holding, all of the bread. But she goes at first for the bread and goes, wait, no, and she'll go into her pack and she'll pull out like this midnight, or not midnight blue, like the color of blue that the sky turns just after sunset. That kind of shade of blue, and she just pulls it out of her bag, and it's like the finest elven silk that probably people have seen in a long time, and we'll pass it over. I feel better if I'm going to be speaking for my people to be wearing the clothing of my people.
This
I
is
don't think you guys sell this in this town.
for somebody who messes with rare, magical, and unique items. You see a glint of excitement in his eyes. I haven't seen one of these in many years. Where did you say you're from?
I'm from Kerkoneg, but this is my mother's, and if anyone looked over, they could see like the intricate embroidery that is not only stitched into like the patterns of flowers or stars or star-like flowers, like stargazer lilies
Mm-hmm.
in silver and gold. It's also stitched in a way that traps heat against the body, so that way it's like insulated. Like every bit of this fabric is painstakingly made for Icewind Dale's cold.
And it's his breath is taken away. And he says, "One moment, I have to see. I have to see this." And he runs off, like leaves all of you in this giant emporium of everything, and runs out into a back room. And you just hear throwing things and clashing and smashing, and then all of a sudden, I found it. This is what I was looking for. And giddy enough, he walks out and he has a perfectly sewn headdress.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the lining of the headdress is those star lilies. And the
Oh,
stitching
awesome.
is the exact same as what you have.
Oh, wow.
I
You
was
have
presented
some of
this
this.
years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I never thought I would see it again. And he kind of places it next to you and kind of looks at it, places it next to you. And he starts pointing out like the little intricacies of it that match exactly to yours. But there's very fine changes. Give me either a history check or a religion.
Okay, both of those are bad. So we'll go with history, but we'll throw a little bit of star stank on it. That's actually an 18, which is not bad for Erwina because she's not very intelligent.
So you can't tell who gave this to him, but this is part of your tribe.
Yeah, so this is the Skimmerstrad.
And it's old. So this is at least your grandmother's generation, if not older.
Oh, wow. A lot of our textiles do last for a very long time. They're designed with longevity in mind. But this is very, very old, especially for the people of Bryn Shander.
I received this many years ago, before I even moved here to Bryn Shander, back when things were still warm.
Interesting.
And I think it was my first journey here to Icewind Dale. And he starts kind of wandering, his mind just trailing for a moment of memory. You said you need yours fixed.
Oh, or at least looked over, touched up. We're here on important keep business for the speakers of Icewind Dale. And historically, not everybody has been represented when the speakers have their moot for
And he
Icewind.
takes a moment. He grabs what seems to be just a bowl of thread, and with two fingers, just kind of flings it. And as it does, it starts wrapping around different parts of you, picking out exact measurements on everything.
Oh, wow.
Yes, this is wonderful. And it starts calculating. And for those that would be watching, it's like numbers are appearing in the air as he's doing this. And he's writing down at the same exact time as he stops, snaps his fingers back. The thread goes straight back into the holder. Yes, I can do all this, and I can do this very quickly. And it won't cost super much because I know what's happening here. I can do this at about 200 gold.
Oh, okay. And I was also wondering if you have any items or magical ability to, and she kind of like looks at the group and like has to admit a little bit of truth. These negotiations are going to require more intelligence than I currently have. Part of my people's strengths is knowing our own weaknesses, if that's too bold to say. Something to help me have a mind keen enough in a capacity different than what I've been able to put together would be very helpful. And above table, she's pretty much asking for a headband of intelligence.
Yes. Let's see here. Trying to see if there's any sort of I actually have one of these. I have something that might work, and actually it would present very nicely with your with this headpiece. I can do it all for. I can part for the headband for 1,500.
Okay.
And then another. We'll say 300, and we'll make it the deal, and you can have the headdress. Looks very good on you.
And that is with all the alterations to the dress?
Yes. So it'd be 2,000 total for
2,000
everything.
total. Okay. That still leaves her with basically 125.
Okay. So you have a fully renovated Skimmerstrad cloak or entire outfit, as well as a Skimmerstrad headdress and and he even puts little, like, it wouldn't be grommets, but it'd be like little bins or pins on it, so that the actual band will sit on over top of the headdress.
Awesome.
And you can now add to your
Yay!
add to your inventory the headband of intellect.
Oh my goodness. We're going to be cooking now.
And then he kind of he gathers his mind for a moment. He goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel like absolutely a horrible person. If any of the rest of you would need anything, I apologize."
Oh, if we're all shopping together, then Kelevar's gonna have like this sketch of his swanky new outfit he's had in mind.
Oh, and just the outfit. No magical properties. Just what we're looking for. Correct?
Just looking to upgrade my entire look, go for more blue and silver kind of vibe. I'd like to blend in with the snow a little more.
All right. Well, then I don't need this. And as he like flips his fingers, and it's all of the magical items just kind of flip, and now it's just silks everywhere. He's okay. That. And he just starts pulling them down with his like prestidigitation, like a mage hand, and he starts wrapping them around you. Yeah, that doesn't work, and sends off the next one. Nope, that one. Nope. That. And swings another one. swings another one. And then after he gets the 3 he likes, he throws them all back up, and he goes and he pulls out his magic measuring tape again, wings it around you a couple times, gives some numbers, and he says, "Come back in about an hour."
Alrighty.
Excellent.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you carry any type of like boots of movement, any type of item that increases someone's walking speed?
Oh, let me see.
DM, just to double check, this is the shop that. Okay.
Yes.
There's a few actually. There's boots of speed, wayfarer's boots, boots of striding and springing.
Um,
One piece of travel. Oh, shite. Never mind.
The way I will say is anything would have to be under. Have to be under rare for the amount of money, especially if you've spent the amount you did for your plate.
Okay, I just want to know how much it is. I'm pretty sure I don't have enough money for it, but
The wayfaring boots at he said would probably take him. He goes, this takes me about a week to finesse this pair of boots to this point. And it would probably cost anywhere between. I could probably let go with it at about $4,000, about 4,000 gold.
all right. How about boots of speed?
Let me see here. Both are rare. I would say is probably about the same, unless I'd sit down and actually figure out what the cost would be.
All right, something for the future.
Yeah, keep it up.
Oh, all right. One last one.
Absolutely.
Gauntlets of Ogre Strength.
That he would be able to produce, but he would probably need an item if he doesn't have it on him, and I'd have to roll to see if he has it. But an uncommon item will be at 2,000 gold.
All right. Thanks very much for the information.
Yep.
Sorry.
Just so everyone knows. Oh, all right. Go.
Okay. Just a quick question. With the last session, there was a large green gem embedded in the sword I got off his body.
Yes.
Is that anything interesting, or do I just have it?
Would you like to ask him, or would you like to just hold on to it?
I can identify it for you.
He can identify it, or you can present it to the hobgoblin.
I'll go and ask him now. Like, hey, what's this?
Oh, that's easy. And he kind of just grabs it and looks up. He goes, "Oh, there. It's." Kind of turns it a little bit. Well, actually, these are. This is a modified version of Chardolin. It stores spells.
Can you tell me what kind of spells, maybe?
It's. Hold on. He pulls out like a set of like one of those jewelers like glasses. Just basic spells, pretty much. Anything you could store in one. Level 1 spell. Okay. For those above board.
It can store one level 1 spell.
Mm-hmm. You assume this probably was either something for Kadroth to get away, or something for him to turn the table, but most likely get away.
Alrighty. I guess I'll just kind of hold on to that for the moment, and then I'll probably pawn off the sword later on.
Okay.
All right, I'm good.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I do have a question for you, sir.
Of course.
I'm sure you've had plenty of conversations with Mistress Avarice.
As she's in here quite often looking for things.
Is this something that you have access to? And will minor illusion a set of illusionist bracers?
Oh.
I put it in our chat for you.
All right, let me look at that.
It simply allows one to repeat a cantrip if needed.
It's quite a lot of ingredients. We would have to customize this a set of bracers to this level. Hopefully, we would not break any sort of enchantment on it as we are crafting it. It would take at least a week of time, and
Not something on hand.
not something on hand. I'm sorry.
Just breaks the illusion and goes, that is all I would have asked. If it was on hand.
He nods. Anything
You're
else?
muted, Jinjack.
I'll mention this after we're done with the shop proprietor, but
Okay.
just want to. I'll be moving a fair bit slower, mainly due to having to lug around a bit of extra weight.
Okay.
So I just should any of you happen to come across something that improves movement, then old Jim Jack would appreciate it.
All right.
Letting you know.
So with that, you are all kind of put together. You've gathered your things. Wandering throughout the Emporium, you've seen other potions and scrolls and things like that. And as that happens, Renderol goes back to working on Kalavar's outfit. And as you are leaving, he says, "Oh, I've actually finished." And he sends it off. And he literally just pulls it down from what seems to be thin air and sends it over to you.
Wonderful. I'll just have the bundle for the moment because I don't want to put it on just yet.
Mhm.
Stick it in the bag of holding and go, alrighty. Now to go pawn off some weapons.
All right. And you guys head off out of Renderol's. And it's interesting as you walk out, there is a kind of this like like this pyrotechnic kickoff as you step out of the door, and it's just him waving goodbye, and then it phases out into like fireworks for a moment.
He used a whole glyph of warding for pyrotechnics waving by.
This man is something else. I'll tell you what.
Oh,
we
God.
love him.
And you guys head off into Bryn Shander, into the cold again. And it's interesting. Like I said, every time you step into one of these very fancy buildings, you hit that difference between cold and hot.
Jinjack, you're muted again.
Sorry, habit of mine. I wanted to go off to the armor shop, and we don't have to go through it all, but I'm picking up a suit of full plate armor.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
For 1,500 gold pieces.
As he cries inside, 1,500 gold. To make this faster, you will speak to the two. I will say for full plate and fully sized plate, because they'd have to do a full customized size to make sure that you're fully fit. It would take a couple days. So they could probably have it the day of or the day after the council, but you will be presented it before you guys leave, unless you leave abruptly.
So. I'll put the blessing of Shantae on it if you can get it for me the day before the council meeting so I can wear it to the council meeting. I don't want anything super fancy, but if I'm dropping 1,500, can I at least get it embossed with some Shantaean type motifs, i.e., sheets of wheat? Maybe
you present them with some stuff. He says he can get it to you within 2 days, so he'll get you right before the
so I
right
can get a
before you have
pumpkin.
to be there.
I can get pumpkins.
You get pumpkins, yep. Wheat, pumpkins, everything. You tell him what kind of embossment he want on there, and he'll make sure they're dinged into it.
All right, I don't want like an ornate, nobleman's type thing. Maybe just a sheath and a pumpkin on the chest plate, and that's it.
Excellent.
Because I'm gonna have to draw that, and I don't want to go. I don't want to draw it repeatedly.
Before I forget, did you tell me how much my outfit costs?
It would have cost you 300 gold.
Cool.
And and it has no magical properties. Just a heads up.
I've been meaning to ask. I saw the prayer book you're reading. Is it a specific tome, or is it one of your own writing?
Yes and no. This is the root, and I take it out, which is contains all of the the wisdom of Shantae, but it also functions as is the nature of Shantaeans. We're somewhat rustic. It's also a notebook, and when I meet another Shantaean priest, we trade our roots.
Oh, so it builds, it connects and grows.
That is a wonderful analogy, and exactly the case. And then I will read my fellow Shantaeans' route, and they will read mine. And then the next time, and we continue to annotate. And the next time we pass on, I meet another Shantaean, or the same one, we trade routes back. But that way, we spread. But as is the nature of nature is not, what is the word? Stagnant. It is constantly changing. And that is why the root of the wisdom is always there, but the stories, they change.
Blossom.
Carried on. Yes, like seeds spreading.
You mind if I just want to see the...
Sure, go ahead. There's no secrets in the root. I'm always welcome to have anyone read it.
I'm looking over the design on the cover.
Okay.
The first 2 pages in the front, just flipping through, looking at all the various, the small details outside of the writing that make this Jinjax's root.
You'll notice that Jinjack doodles.
Very intricate doodles.
Yeah, somewhat. And it covers a lot of the stories. It's everything that has happened in Icewind Dale since Jinjack has arrived, but it's told not from an academic, factual perspective, but basically transformed into very mythical type stories.
And then is there anything special about the cover or spine of the book?
It's not an expensive, books are innately expensive, but it's a relatively common book. The leather binding on the cover, however, is embossed with a lot of references to Shantae, the goddess of nature and harvests and patron of farmers and foresters and such the like.
DM, have I heard a Shantaean prayer before meeting Jinjack?
Give me a religion check.
That is a 17, good sir.
Nice.
You would have heard Shantaea, maybe not. What you're trying to do with this is not the name; it's the idea.
Hmm.
As the world is different and everywhere, so the names of gods are sometimes presented differently. Um, you would have heard of stories or prayers about harvest, about life, about the struggles of tilling a field, things like that, the farmer's tales in song or in prayer.
Let's say in Elvish to Jinjak, one of those smaller prayers of like calloused hands to tilled fields, fill a family's table, essentially, to Jinjak before I hand him the book back.
Oh, that sounded wonderful. I didn't understand a word you said, but it sounded rather nice.
I understood it.
It was like he was singing.
I
Very
understood it.
melodious.
It's a similar prayer to your god or a god that maybe shares a name or a belief as yours.
Oh, I don't doubt that might be the case, or that is the case. I mean, we are polytheistic after all. You know?
It's
Well,
calloused hands, tilled fields, fill a table
Mhm.
for a family.
oh, I'm going to write that down. Hang on. I'll make a note of that in the route.
Okay.
Good one. Callous hands, filled field. Callous hands.
I commit the design layout of the route to mind.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, trying to think of the best way. Yeah, either give me a you know what, give me a deception intelligence check.
You couldn't have picked a better combination for me,
It's
my
fine.
friend.
Yeah, but that's what you're doing. So
That is 18, 14 plus 4.
to get everything, I would have said you would have had to have over a 20, but you are definitely getting the basic details of the.
It's
Of
just
the
the cover, spine, maybe the fraying on the edge of the pages. It's not going to be exact, but
yeah,
if
it's
I
more
come
so the
across another,
details of that are on the actual front of the route are the hardest things to remember. It's the little details, the
Yeah.
where the grain is set, where the harvest looks like it's presented. Those things you're having a hard time remembering, but the basics, yes, you can get those.
so if I come across another route, whether in a bookstore or another wizard shop or
You might
somewhere,
catch it.
I can go, oh, I've seen that, I know what that is, kind of thing.
Yeah. Although I'd be confused if you found the route in the bookstore.
That means that there's a dead priest
There's a
around.
dead, that means there's a dead. That means somebody went to the ground and didn't get back up, and grew it a different way. But yeah, so as you are presented your fancier garb, uh, and you head over, you made your decision with uh, the Black Iron Blades, which is the shield dwarves, that they're going to build your armor within 2 days. Is there anything left you guys would like to do before we
Um,
go back to the?
speaking of calloused hands filling bellies, Erwina's going to ask for the handbag of holding that has all of the food
Okay.
that she persuaded the nice staff. And it's
Mhm.
like, well, you guys can come if you want, but I gotta do something. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to sleep.
You're going to have to share that with us. What do you want to do?
And she's going to start walking towards the barricades that are separating the city. Well, it seems that for all the safety that we are currently experiencing and all the comfort and all the wonderfulness, not everybody in the city is, and not everybody is thriving. And I can't fix it all. I can't. I can't fix it all. I can't fix everything. But there's so much more that could be being done. And she starts walking over towards where her bird familiar had seen the literal divide between the haves and the have-nots.
Mm.
I did pack a create food and water because we're in a city, and you never know.
And I can make good berries, and so I'll be fine. But this food, it doesn't feel right to have all of this. It doesn't feel right.
I fully support this effort.
Okay.
Although I suspect they're probably using create food and water around here a lot. But I'll look on.
You've taken the opportunity to head out to the southern side of town, where you can see houses are a lot more run down, kind of spaced out a little bit more, and in between houses are hovels. They're wagons that have turned into houses. There's communities that are being held together by literal pieces of thread and logs in this area. As you start walking through and seeing the difference between the haves and the have-nots.
Jim Jack feels more at home already.
But something interesting about here is, at least from where you're at the moment, nobody's begging. Nobody's trying to get anything, but they're just watching. As you guys
That
walk
means
down
that
the
this is
alley.
a well-ordered city. I'm thinking that they are being seen to at some level. But knowing that, I'm going to look around and see if there's a soup kitchen or a bread line somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, so as you head in farther in, you do see some large stations set up with food on tables, large kettles built, people serving, very, what doesn't look super appetizing, but is sustenance. And people are being given worn down clothing. They're being given, you can see a couple people grabbing firewood from this large pile. So they are being kept at necessity, but there is only to that level. So as you guys head up to the this older gentleman, and kind of looks over, he kind of gives you this like wide eye watching you guys as you guys head towards him.
Well, go on, Irina.
Yeah, and Erwina is going to go up and literally just start. Rare for her, she's not even going to ask permission because she doesn't want to be told no. Yeah. She's just going to start reaching into the bag of holding, and it's just loaf of bread, like this high-end bread after loaf of high-end bread after just whatever she was able to kind of sweet talk her way into getting.
Yeah, so 18 loaves of bread, six wheels of cheese, some random, even like what the equivalency of like condiments, like marmalades and things like that, things that you would not see anywhere near.
She took all the sugar packets out of her room.
Small jars of honey.
Yeah,
very nuts.
Very much just emptied out. If there was a fly on the wall back in your room with how much is gone on that table, the help is confused and enthralled at that point, because they're like, I don't know how she ate it all, but she must have eaten it all, because like you've left very little scraps. They are a little confused that there are certain things that you did eat, like small bottles of honey, small jars of honey, things of that type of perspective. But no, you lay out this giant smorgasbord of food. And for a moment, there's just this like look of confusion. And then somebody cuts a piece of bread, and you hear that crackle from fresh bread. And they just start ripping pieces and start handing it out. And there is just this uproar of joy. Nobody even realizes the honey's there at this point. They're just like tearing fresh bread and just tossing it around to others.
She will go to the people that are running the stand and go, I don't know how long the bread will last, but the honey can last for years if you take care of it correctly. It never expires. The marmalade should keep. Use it to bring what joy you can.
Roll me a persuasion with advantage, please.
Okay.
As this person has very strong exterior.
24.
It melts. Like, if you've ever watched that moment where somebody is trying to stay strong and then everything just hits them immediately, you just get two very burly arms just wrap around you, tears sobbing, as this man just sees what you're doing. And just utter thank you, because consistently says it and continues to just tell people, grab the bread, grab the cheese, tear pieces off, enjoy yourselves. All is here. Thank you, our protectors of, and then it hits them. They know your face. They know Jinjak's face. You're the ones that I was in East Haven when you arrived. You lit the fire.
What? Yeah, I mean, I lit a fire. Which one?
No, the fire. The blue fire.
Yeah.
The warning
Your friend
one.
was there. You have done so much for this place. And he's like, hey, everybody, remember this person from me? Like, they were in East Haven. And they start, like, you get this crowd of individuals coming around you. Olivia kind of sneaking into the shadows a little bit. You have the floor. You have a slew of people of all ages kind of waiting to hear a word from you who saved East Haven.
If you don't say anything, I will. Because it's a crowd and I'm a priest. And you know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah. We're going to get a story. And yeah, let's hear from Jinjak, because Erwina did what she had to do.
Oh. All right. Blessings of Shantea be upon all of you. The sermon I'd prepared today was actually not suitable for this or appropriate. It will have to do, I reckon. Try not to be too bummed out by it. It does have a happy ending. Back in the days of yore, down south on the Titherian Peninsula near the ghost-haunted city-state of Velen, there was a traveling merchant named Nancy Wigglesmith. Dear Nancy was a skilled maker and purveyor of porcelain dolls. I actually amend that and say wooden dolls. A delightful knickknack often commissioned by the local folk as keepsakes, remembrances of relatives who have passed over to the other side but left no body behind. A common occurrence on the Titherian Peninsula. Nancy was approaching the ghost-haunted city of Velen one rainy afternoon when she heard a little voice from her backpack, calling out, "Are we home yet?" Nancy shrieked with fear. And I continue for 10 minutes and then end the story. Nancy carefully arrayed the wooden doll on the gravestone underneath the little wooden house that she'd made for it, and it was surrounded by offerings from the family of the doll. Nancy spoke a brief prayer to the gods and to the wooden doll, and the wooden doll spoke for one last time. Thank you, Aunt Nancy. And that just goes to show, no matter where you go, there's no place like coming home. Blessings of the goddess be upon you all. And may Shantea's grace fall upon you like the gentle rain from heaven. And that gives all the party members you all 9 temporary hit points each. Even though I don't see you, Olivier, you do get 9 temporary hit points. And
as you do that, a girl probably 7, 8 years old runs up to you, and she has a fully carved out Scrimshaw bone doll, and she presents it to you and says, "Thank you."
Who is this little lady?
My name's Bella.
And thank you, Bella. Does she have a name? Or he have a name? Or they have a name? Go through all the
I never really thought about one. I just thought maybe since you protected us in East Haven, this might help you protect us here.
Then I shall name this Bella in honor of you. And I will carry this with me everywhere. And I put it in my sash.
You have a bone whittled, like ivory whittled, small doll that she had put time into. And as that happens, you hear from the back of the group a song playing. A lute, a melody that no one here knows but one. A song known as The Heron and the Hare.
Oh, no.
And that's where we'll pick up next episode.
Oh, can I do one last thing? I'm
Sure.
sorry. I'll fire off a create food and water spell.
Okay.
For everyone.
All right.
But I'll do it after. Actually, no. Never mind that.
Find out what that's all about next week or next episode. But tonight was fun. I hope everybody enjoyed their beach episode that everybody's been asking me for, to have time to relax after so much drama. But we'll see what happens next. We didn't get as far as I thought we were going to, which is perfectly fine because that's the fun of this game. But real quick, before we end the evening, we're going to let everybody have the opportunity to tell us who they are, who they were playing tonight, and what they are doing in the world right now. And we will start with our wonderful guest tonight.
Oh, hi, everybody. I'm Arclight Court. I played Olivier, the Hexblade Warlock Bladesinger Wizard, who definitely doesn't have ulterior motives with literally everything he does. You can find me all over the internet at Arclight Court or on my website, arclightcourt.com. Coming up soon, very, very soon, we're going to be doing the first live playthrough of the quick starter for Vocarium, a diceless TTRPG that I've been working on for the last 3 years, that uses a blind bidding system. It is a mix of the modern occult, thriller, magic, tone, theme. I promise you'll love it. The Kickstarter does release the first 2 weeks of December. And if we reach over 100 sales on that before June of next year, we'll be able to fully fund the hardcover core rulebook for Vocarium, which will include so much more stuff than what's inside the quick starter. I have over 700 pages written for the core book and a little over 100 for the quick starter. So there's a lot of cool stuff in this. Can't wait to introduce everyone to. Other than that, I'm a TTRPG content creator and game designer and writer at Arclight Court Games and Arclight Court all over the internet.
Awesome. Let's go with Humphrey.
Hello, I am Humphrey Winnell Wickham, anywhere and everywhere. This coming Saturday, I will be broadcasting a game of Deadlands that we pre-recorded last week. And it'll be on my Twitch channel to come. And then James can actually see what Deadlands is all about with the
Yeah.
oogity spoogity stuff. And
Yeah.
as for personal projects, because of our trip to Mysticon, I've discovered that when I walk through airports, I have my hands in front of me like a pangolin. And so I came up with this guy.
Oh, nice.
Aww.
And I now have the idea of doing a children's book.
Aw.
So we'll see how that goes. My wife will definitely be keeping on me. But now you guys are aware of it too, so you can bug me as well.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's artist. I'm only doing things if I'm observed. All right, that's all I got.
All right. Alex?
Hi, I'm Alex. I played Erwina, the paladin who cannot seem to find her chill. I myself also cannot seem to find my chill. I'm most active on TikTok and Threads at Wild Hearts. I have a bunch of ideas for actual plays for the next year or so, which have all have pitches and will eventually, hopefully, be going into production in some way, shape, or form. I also do best when observed, so please bother me about them constantly. A lot of them are sci-fi, and the one that I'm really passionate about is actually a horror game set in using the game engine of Things from the Flood from Free League, and they were nice enough to send me another PDF because I lost mine. As well as some other cool goodies to run my game with, which was very nice of them. I just have to shill for them every once in a while, and that's fine because I actually really love Tales from the Loop, and I've yet to see anybody run Things from the Flood, so this will be groundbreaking if I actually have the brain space to run it. But it'll be a horror game called Campfire Tales, and it's going to involve our players playing camp counselors in charge of a spooky campground for 10 to 12-year-olds. So there's totally not things at stake beyond your own safety. So please gather around the campfire and listen to that tale when it eventually comes out.
Awesome. Chris, what we got tonight?
Well, I finished this up.
Heck yeah.
So good.
So good.
So I'll scan it and probably fiddle with it a bit and Photoshop and then post it.
Okay.
Once and I'll send it your way, James, once it's ready.
Any other doodles or no?
Oh no, I just worked on that.
No. He's like, no, this is beach episode. I get to work on stuff I need to get done.
Oh, this isn't a doodle. This is like, it's a thing.
I mean, you could totally doodle Kelevar having like a Sailor Moon transformation.
Sure. I do request every once in a while, and the answer, Kelevar, is no.
Yeah. Anything else from you, Chris? I know you're also over there at GaryCon.
Yeah, you can catch us on GaryCon doing Fates of Okarun on Sundays at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And they've been nice enough. GaryCon has also been promoting us, promoting Tabletop Misfits when they found out I was here. So I've asked them, or they offered to cross-promote us as well.
Heck yeah.
So props to them. So if you want, just pop over on GaryCon. They got a bunch of other, it's GaryCon. They got a whole bunch of other games there. Please support them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well. We support GaryCon anyways. I go every year. It's great. I love Luke. We just saw him last week. It was awesome. Yeah, real quick. Our sponsors this year are the wonderful Monument Studios. It's where you can get all our awesome music. You can pick that up with code MISFIT for 30% off or 3 months free for your first for your subscription. Do you like dice? Because I like dice, even though I didn't use any tonight because I didn't need to. Who doesn't love dice? And you can get 15% off with Misfit 15 over at CanadianDice.ca. If you want to support the channel, one way to do it is to show off the cool stuff. And by saying that, go get yourself a shirt, either Tabletop Misfits or Beaker Builds. Both of those, or Beaker's Garage, both of those are over at Dungeon Grandmaster. And last but definitely not least, our wonderful brand new sponsor for painting, Last Hope Printing, is a 3D model or a 3D printed and paint company that is giving us a whopping 40% off with the code Misfit for all of your minis and paints for the 40. Insane, right? Awesome. As for what is happening this coming week, if you weren't here last night, the Power Rangers were at it again, and it was awesome. Tonight we did this. Wednesday we've got Juicy Garland, a drag queen, TTRPG designer, and they're going to be amazing. And then Thursday we're going to join Beaker back at the garage, and then next Sunday is episode 4 of Night of the Worm, which is our World of Darkness mix match between Vampire the Masquerade and Werewolf the Apocalypse. So there's a lot going on here at the Misfits. If you want to help support us, the best ways to do it, of course, is to share the content we do. Hit that follower or subscriber button if you can offer the little bit of money to help us keep these lights on. And make sure that you're also going over to YouTube and hitting that subscribe button. We need that. If you want to be a part of it and you want to get more involved, hop over to our Discord. We'll hang out. We'll have fun. And it's also where we're doing all of our open casting before we drop it on the internets. I think I've hit everything. Am I missing anything? Does anybody have any last words? Awesome. Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to ask you very nicely to stay warm, drink your hot cocoa, and we'll see you guys all back in the snow in 2 weeks for Dress to Quest episode 46. Have a wonderful night. Stick around while we raid some friends.
Who we're raiding?
That's a good question.